Hey guys, it's Andy again. So today I wanted to talk about my high school experience and how I feel about it now because it's kind of changed. So when I was in high school, I went to a all-girls college prep independent private school. So that means that I was free of Regents exams. If anyone from New York State has to take those, they're state standards. We were free of that, but we were dictated everything by a board of trustees, which was usually run by alumni and parents of students. So we also had like dress codes and stuff like that, and we were very held to tradition. So I tended to break a lot of the standards and break a lot of the tradition. And as far as I know, when I was at school, there were only three trans people who went to that high school. I was the only one that actually transitioned well in school. My friend Dylan started his transition towards like his senior year and started hormones after, as well as I did. And then I had a friend who, well, not really friends. I made friends with him afterwards. He left in the middle of his high school career and went to a public school and transitioned at a co-ed school. So not many people had gone through that, and I had to fight a lot of dress code rules. We had a lot of traditions where, like our graduation, we had to wear white floor-length gowns, and everyone in the school had to be there, even the underclassmen, and the underclassmen had to wear short white dresses. And there were like floral prints acceptable and not acceptable at certain events, and it was ridiculous. So on top of all that just insanity, I was dealing with my transition. And I remember one time borrowing or asking my friend to bring in a dress for me for like class day my junior year. And I didn't have anything. So I realized that at the time the bra that I had to wear didn't fit, and the dress didn't fit, and I went to my theater teacher who was like my only confidant in school really, and she helped me find something in the costume room that covered up my binder, and I was able to wear that for class day. And I remember sitting in the pews in our chapel and being so uncomfortable and just traumatized. I got comfortable in it after a while. It just like was it was just like it wasn't anything big. It was literally not form fitting or anything. It just felt like wearing a long t-shirt, and I just kind of got over it. But I got over the feeling in it. I didn't get over the feeling of existing in this community wearing it. I was able to just tune it down and just pretend that it was just a long t-shirt or a long tank top and just move on with my day, and move on with what the day was, because it was giving out awards and it was supposed to be a happy moment, and I wasn't able to focus on that. I remember for my graduation, I had to wear that big floor-length gown, and I didn't want to do that. And I remember talking to our school's headmistress, talking to the dean of students, passing things along to the board of trustees, trying to pass things and be allowed to do something. And I wasn't trying to break too much tradition. I was offering to wear like flowy pants and try and make it look different, and or like a skirt and a top, or like a pantsuit at my preference. If I could wear a pantsuit, that would be amazing. And I told them it would be classy. I would try. I'm not gonna look sloppy and ruin their event. It means a lot to me to graduate. I love this school. I love the faculty, the people in it. I love the experience here, and I want to do the school justice, but I want to do the school justice and be comfortable in my own skin. And I wasn't able to do that. I ended up having to buy a top and like flowy white pants and sew the pant line together and modify the shirt to make it look like it matched the bottoms. And it was uncomfortable. And now I was contacted by my high school and a current student who's actually like one of my sister's friends who I apparently have known my whole life, but okay. It's a small area. So I was contacted, and she goes to the school now, and it's allowed. Like, they've changed the dress code, like, for all events, and it says specifically for graduation that you can wear a pantsuit, you can wear whatever you want as long as it matches the color and is, like, professional. Like, I found that out and actually cried. Like, it was extremely emotional for me, and I didn't realize that what I did started that. I didn't think about it at the time. At the time, I was just trying to do what I needed to do and be happy and celebrate my school and celebrate what I've done in graduating high school and moving on with my life into college. And I'm so happy and so grateful to my school for finally allowing this and finally letting students express themselves and be the people who they need to be within this school. And I understand that it's an all-girls school and there's only so much you can do, but they do allow trans students. They don't kick someone out for identifying as male while they're there, which is the most mind-blowing thing that I could ever experience in my life. They're allowing people like this to go to that school and remain there. And it's such an inclusive environment. They always teach forward thinking and being a productive person in society and growing as a human and being an empowered person and an empowered woman. And I learned that at that school, and I was able to transfer that and become the person that I am today. If I did not go to that all-girls school, I would not be the man that I am right now. And I am so thankful that they have changed this and edited this. And they're working on like accepting all these people and building like solid rules to take care of their trans and non-binary identifying students. I learned that when I was there, the Gay Straight Alliance that I went to, I was the only freshman my freshman year for the entire year. And then by the time I graduated, we maybe had like 20, 30 people in the club. Now apparently there's 50, and that's easily almost a quarter of our school's population. That's insane. I am so grateful to the world for accepting trans people and bringing LGBT people to light and giving them the acceptance that we need and honestly deserve. And I wish and I hope for the best for every single trans kid out there, because I see change, and I can only hope that it gets better from here. If anyone's experiencing anything or has any kind of experience like what I went through in high school, or you're going through something like that, please let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it, just be a buddy to talk to. I know what it's like to go through an environment like that. I went to private school my whole life. It sounds really pretentious. I was on scholarship the whole time. I was just cruising my way through. But I'm realizing how much that really did affect me, and I really want to start giving back to that community more, and I hope to do that in the future. So I just wanted to share a happy story, because not all the things in the news and going on right now are bad. Some things are really, really good and positive. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.